Please welcome to the stage co-chair of the Board of Directors for Stupid Cancer and young adult cancer survivor, Kellie Herbert.
Welcome to CancerCon. As you've heard, my name is Kellie Herbert, and I am the co-chair for the Board of Directors for Stupid Cancer. I'm also a young adult cancer survivor. At the age of 33, I was really busy. I was working full-time, I had a small child, a husband, I was pursuing my master's degree. Life was a lot of fun. Until the day before my son's first birthday, when I got a call from my doctor, and he said, "You've got metastatic papillary thyroid cancer." I was devastated. I was shocked, I was confused. I didn't feel sick, I didn't look sick. I couldn't understand how this was happening to me. Most importantly, I was alone. I had never met anybody my age that had cancer. You hear about pediatric cancers, you hear about geriatric cancers, but you never hear about people like us. So I did what I knew how to do, and that was research, and I found some great doctors, and I understood my treatment options, and I moved forward. I was really lucky. I had treatment and surgery at a hospital that had an established adolescent young adult cancer program. Because of that program, I received what I like to call a care package the day after my surgery. It was a goodie bag full of like stress balls and art kits and different activities that were gonna take my mind off of the fact that I had cancer with a 1-year-old. Well, in that bag was a postcard, and it said "Stupid Cancer." And I thought, well, yeah, you're right. But what is stupid cancer? So out of curiosity, I Googled, and what I found was that there was this conference happening in Vegas. We called it the OMG Cancer Summit at the time. Some of you are familiar. And I was nervous, and I didn't think I could go to a big, scary place by myself, but I did it. My husband encouraged me. Probably because he was tired of hearing me cry about being alone all the time. But he kind of pushed me out the door and sent me to Vegas. And I found this, a community of people who knew exactly what I thought, exactly how I felt before I said anything. I felt at home, and I felt loved. I felt acceptance. Most important, I no longer felt alone. I went through that weekend, going to breakouts, hanging out in the lounge, enjoying fellowship with fellow cancer survivors, caregivers, exhibitors, sponsors. I met so many wonderful people. I heard stories, we laughed, we cried, and then I went home. And excuse me, this is where it meant everything to me. I get home, and I sat down and I was telling my husband a much longer version of what I just told you, and he had tears in his eyes. One of the very few times I've ever seen him cry. And he said, "Kellie, I've got my wife back. Thank you to Stupid Cancer for giving me my wife back." And so I knew that I left, not just changed and not just grateful, but now a woman, a career woman, a student, a mom, a wife, someone in the community that wasn't just a person with a cancer identity, but now I had a platform and a responsibility to carry the message forward, to share it with other young adults. So instead of being 300, we could be 3,000 or 30,000. I don't know what the future holds, but I do know that my hope for us this weekend is that we all get to experience what I experienced in Vegas 5 years ago. And that's fellowship, community, understanding, acceptance, an end to isolation, and something tangible you can take back and not just make a difference in your life, but in the life of someone else.